live,
You gotta put that work in, man. You gotta go get
learn,
it. See, listen, this is what I tell them.
serve,
I've been grinding for so long, I wake up and chase my goals. I go
inspire.
out and I go get it. How to go,
You're in the
that's all
right
I know.
place.
I don't
You're
succeed
checking
and I
out
don't breathe.
Chip
Success,
Baker,
what does it
the
mean?
Success
If I
Chronicles.
conquer all my goals, then I'm living out my dream. Dig deep, go out and get it. Success Chronicles. Compete until it's finished. Success Chronicles.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Chip Baker coming to you with another episode of the Success Chronicles, and we have Mr. David Flores with us today, and an amazing artist with a great story. And so we'll just dive right into it. If you could, David, talk to us about your life story. Where you're from, and how you grew up until now, man.
My name is David Flores. My artist name is Skeez 181. That's SKEEZ 181. That's my graffiti name. My origin comes from graffiti and hip hop and stuff like that. I'm the youngest of four brothers growing up in Northside, Houston, Texas. When I was in elementary school, I kind of acquired the talent to be able to draw and copy pictures of graffiti and stuff like that. So my older brother took advantage of it. He was going to high school when I was going to elementary school, and he was organizing a party with some of his friends, a high school party. So he asked me to come on and draw a flyer for it, like a graduation flyer for a party. And my little art career took off from there. I think I was 11 years old when I took that.
Oh, wow. That's awesome. So you've been doing it for a while now, huh?
Yeah, throughout school, throughout my graduation and college. I used to draw flyers and for parties and stuff like that. And I think in 1990 is when I didn't know I had all the networking connections to throw my own parties. So I started doing my own parties.
Oh, man.
And instead of drawing flyers for other people to throw parties, I just found a knack to do my own parties. And this came from, again, just knowing all these DJs and break dancers and popular people, around school and different schools, and just networking. And that took off really, really crazy because I started meeting these owners of these local ballrooms. They used to throw organized quinceañeras and weddings and stuff like that. And these owners were up for some more urban style entertaining, and
right.
That's where I came in with the graffiti, and I kind of from my art I managed to get attention from all types of people, all walks of life, and that's how I ended up getting my own booking my own dates for shows, and started doing these breakdance b-boy parties where we would invite a bunch of people. I would draw the flyers. We would have breakdance crews dancing and the contest, and when they would receive a big trophy and bragging rights. It ended up turning into a full-on b-boy battle style shows where it wasn't just breakdancers and MCs, guys rapping on the microphone. There was also outside in the parking lot, we started getting kids spray painting and doing that little graffiti hip hop, and just kind of evolved from there. Then we ended up doing the breakdance parties. A couple of friends ended up organizing a show called Northside versus Southside, and this was kind of like Northside crews battling Southside crews, and a hip hop kind of positive aspect of it, not really provoking anything negative, but more just unifying, if you will.
No, that's what I was gonna say. As you were saying that, I think it's pretty awesome. Music and culture, like the hip hop culture, I think is really cool because, not only can it bring people of all different, races and nationalities together, but I mean, age as well. Certain people, if you're older or younger, I think music creates a great bond, and you're able to speak that music language, culture language.
Yeah, for sure, and it's just something that I was inspired by all the time because anytime I created these party flyers, I would just zone out in music, get lost in the music. I had my little Sony Walkman cassette player with my smart headphones.
Yeah.
Listening to LL Cool J.
That's classic, man.
Instead of Sonic, Full Force MDs,
man.
Shy D, and just from all that, getting knowledge about hip hop and the culture, and evolving from spray paint and to organizing my own shows, and then to being knowledgeable about music. I had a little got my feet wet with DJing for a while and MCing and making beats and all that stuff that just really really inspired and influenced me. I'm also a musician, and I guess a true artist is full circle with all the arts, like music, art, painting, everything.
Just a creative soul, huh?
Yeah, for sure. And I just felt like this gift that I had just felt it gave me more of a rush helping other people and unifying other people to come together.
Let's talk about. I know the big piece, now is the Astros just won the championship, and you've done a pretty amazing mural that's getting a lot of pub right now. Can you talk about that a little bit?
It started with a friend of mine named Mario Luna. He's one of the owners at a car upholstery and audio custom sound installation shop in the Heights called Sublime Heights, and he has been around my neighborhood. We kind of grew up in the same neighborhood. Actually, his younger brother, Eric Luna, is one of my best friends. I've known him 2 years. Actually go bike riding with him and, just chill. So it's kind of like a family thing. And when he asked me to come paint for his new business, I was like, oh, okay. I didn't know what the concept was. Me being a muralist and a painter, I run into all kinds of concepts and ideas, and just try to help the owner or whoever is hiring me to, execute their idea onto their wall. So the whole theme was the Houston Astros and paying homage not just to them, but also to the all the stuff Houston has been through with the hurricane and all the natural catastrophe, crazy stuff, and and just people bouncing back, and how everyone doubted Houston. Everyone outside of Texas doubted you. Oh, they're not going to bounce back. They're going to need more help. But what ended up happening is it just ended up unifying the city even more.
Yes.
I'm witness to that. I've seen like bad things happen, and then the good things end up growing out of it. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
I've just felt when he asked me to do it, I was like, okay, that sounds cool, and just to make it even more Houston proud, we kind of kept it with all the shades of orange. We kept kind of like the colors of the Houston Astros uniform, the old school one with the shades of orange.
Yeah, that's classic right there.
Yeah, and it's highly identifiable in the city of Houston. When you see those colors, you just automatically identify with anything Astros and the championship and World Series and all that. And so Mr. Luna, who got me on board on the project, said we want to incorporate ideas that are already out there that people identify with, kind of like the World Series trophy with all the flags and all that, kind of like overlooking the city. And then the Houston earned, kind of like, it looks like these baseball letters with somebody just kind of scribbling earned on there. And we kept some of those ideas along with the colors, and we kind of twisted it up to where it kind of, made it a little bit not just a humble mural, but more of a funny mural as well. We have the Houston Astros players that I just started, and I'm kind of making them in the theme of like bobbleheads, so we got Keuchel and Springer and Altuve and all these guys looking really mean and intimidating, but yet they got these little bodies, and it looks really, really cool now. It's coming together. Well, with those players being added on there, painted on there, it doesn't look so generic, if you will.
Right.
It kind of gives it funk, gives it culture. Gives it like the way I painted these players is kind of like in the style of like little hip hop characters, little bodies and stuff. Got the little the smirk, like we did this, we did it, So it was a really, really humbling experience, and to my surprise, I didn't know that mural was one of the first murals in Houston paying homage to the championship, as well as the Houston earned thing going on, and it kind of struck me by surprise because of the fact that I was on my social media one day, and I don't know, in between like lunchtime, from the minute I got on there to the minute I finished lunch, and I'm looking at all these like people adding me and following me, and liking clicks, and then hashtagging me and tagging me, and it was kind of like a spike in my social media, with all these people clicking and all this attention, and that's when I knew there was something going on. I was like, whoa! And then one of the first comments that came out from somebody was like, whoa, the secret's out, because somebody found out that we're working on this mural, and that's how it ended up being, a big thing. It blew up, and when it did, or while it's going on, I wasn't even finished with it yet.
Right? Yeah. How long did it take you, or is it still work in progress now, or?
It still is a work in progress because of the weather, and I just got over the flu, so it's just something that I'm working with outside of two other non-related murals that I'm working on. So it's kind of like I'm juggling with these walls, trying to get all this going. So it's taking longer than anticipated, but it's almost there.
Good deal, man. What's 3 things that you've accomplished in your life that you're proud of?
Let's see, 3 things I'm proud of. Number 1, I'd say, would be education, because I look back at those days of just growing up in the barrio and wondering if we're gonna make it, and just
no doubt,
and having that angst of just kind of like feeling oppressed, and
right.
I'm the only one in my family ever to graduate and go to college, so it was one of those things where it's like, man, I'm staying in school, but is it all worth it? And my parents, are both dropouts, and their concept was either go to school or get a job and contribute. So
yeah,
I was the one staying in school, and I would, anytime my parents had mail sent to their house, I would be the one opening the letters, reading it, translating bills, and stuff like that. So because of the fact that I was the smartest one, as far as English and Spanish and stuff like that, and that alone just drove me, and I think made me more advanced than I really knew I was, because just learning. I think one of the most potent and more, not potent, what's the word here? One of the realest things that I remind myself almost every day is understanding the idea of, through my knowledge, through my education, through all the stuff that I've acquired and learned, through all that knowledge, I do have the ability to control my ignorance.
Yeah. I like it. I like it. I think, a lot of times when we go through experiences in our life, that are tough things, kind of like you explained with having to, read and stuff and translate for your parents. A lot of times we look at it as tough things, but then, later down the road we see that it really, helps us be better and make us stronger. And now, you've had those experiences as a kid. Now as a man, I'm sure, you're able to help lots of people, Yeah,
and it's not just about helping. I strongly believe that just because I'm 43 years old now, so just because I'm this old doesn't mean I stopped learning. I'm forever learning, forever trying to understand.
No doubt.
Different things. I guess a true teacher is never satisfied with just learning one thing.
No, I agree with that.
Yep.
Totally agree with that. What's your definition of success?
My definition of success is being financially stable, being on point with everything, you got going, setting goals, I'm going to save up for this, I'm going to do this, I kind of take everything the way, I grew up, if you do good, if you get these good grades, then yeah, you will get the game, you will get the tickets to the show or whatever, you know what I'm saying? It's like the game of chess. You have to follow these rules in order to strike, and when you have it all clear, you have all that knowledge, and that's when you can use it to your advantage.
That's awesome. What do you think What do you think it takes to achieve success?
Hard work, for sure.
Yeah.
There is a lot of students and people nowadays that expect something instantly. Like, go figure, we're living in such an instant world with technology and insta whatevers, and just gaining all these likes and stuff. But the thing that's dying, I believe, is it's dying breed in certain areas, I'd say, where the whole aesthetic behind the way things are supposed to be treated, taught, handled, a hierarchy, a pecking order, all that stuff is kind of dying out because of the simple fact that technology has taken over the instant world, and everyone expects everything instant gratification, and really don't want to follow the from what they feel is a waste of time, follow the procedures to get to where they need to be,
That's it. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to interview with the Success Chronicles, and a creative guy that's done some amazing things, and I'm very appreciative of your time. And thank you guys for joining this episode. We'll see you next time. God bless. Go get it.